Good morning, everybody. It is Friday, and it's the first strength and balance Zoom of the new spring session. It is April the 5th today. My name is Hannah, and I am a senior fitness instructor here with Stonebridge Community Services. So what do we need for strength and balance? We will need a set of weights. I use these small dumbbells. They are a 3-pound set. You could use a 2, a 3, or a 5, even a 1-pound set if you have some of those. Those would be fine too. Alternatively, you can use no weights at all. That would be fine if that is something more comfortable. You can definitely do all of the movements, just pretending to hold weights if that feels more comfortable. If you don't have an actual set of weights but you want to use something kind of heavy, soup cans work really well. 2 full water bottles, as long as they're the same size, that would be good too. You'll see that I have my yoga mat out on the floor behind me. It's honestly just because it's more comfortable to stand on, and then my feet show up a little bit better. I think it's easier to see what I'm doing. We won't be on the floor for any of this class, although in future classes, sometimes we will get down on the floor, but not today. No floor exercises today, and just a set of weights for a couple of the exercises. I was already explaining that today is going to be a very back to basics workout, nice and easy, some simple movements. Some of us are coming back after a week or so off. Some of us might be joining this class for the first time in a while. So let's start nice and easy and listen to our bodies. We take lots of breaks. We don't move very fast in this class. We take it easy. We have lots of breaks. But do what you can. If you can't complete all the repetitions, that's okay. Just do what you can here. Feel free to shout out any questions that you have. You can type them in the chat. I am recording the class, so it will appear eventually on YouTube, on the Stonebridge YouTube page, where you can find lots of old classes you can watch anytime, but you won't be identified. Your face is not visible, your names aren't visible, nothing like that. All right, the only thing you will need otherwise is a chair. We do use the chair for balance support, especially when we're working on our balance. If you prefer, you can use like the back of the sofa. I always have my hand up against this wall here, and that's what I use for my support. Kitchen table, the kitchen island, a sturdy chair, anything like that you can use to help balance. All right, let's warm up first, and then we'll get right into it. So we're going to stand up nice and tall, and we're going to march on the spot. Start with that nice, easy march. Get the blood moving, get our body warmed up here. It is a chilly day, but I think it's going to warm up. We'll look up to some snow on the ground, but it looks like it's rapidly melting here. Let's take our shoulders up towards our ears, slowly relax them down. And let's do that a couple of times. Pull the shoulders up and relax down. Up and down. Great. And again, roll the shoulders up and down. We're going to roll our shoulders, nice big circles. Lift the shoulders up, relax them down. Good. Lift and lower down. Lift up and lower down. Let's roll the shoulders in the other direction. So roll those shoulders forwards now. Nice and easy, nice big circles, and not moving too quickly. We'll take our arms out to the sides and make some little circles here. Standing tall. Nice deep breaths. And then back in the other direction. Good. And let's bring those hands in towards our chest and reach them out. Again, we'll go in and out, in and out, and again, in and out. Good. I just have to let somebody in. Great. Let's keep marching. We'll take one hand up to the ceiling and the other, slowly lower those hands down. Good. Here's one. And the other, lower down slowly. One, and the other. Nice big circle down. Good. Let's take one foot and we'll tap our toes here. Keep that heel touching the floor, and we're just lifting our toes, tapping them on the ground. Pick your hands up. Let's wiggle those fingers. We're going to tap our fingers towards our thumb. So stretching those fingers right out, moving in finger order. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Good. And let's switch to the other side. Tap those toes on the floor. We can circle our wrists, not too fast. Back in the other direction. Good. All right. Let's take one foot now. Tap your toe. And then your heel. Toe and heel. So we're lifting that toe right up and that heel taps the floor. Let's move our arms at the same time. So we're moving all of our body, our upper body and our lower body. Toe, heel, tap your toe and your heel. Your toe, your heel, toe, heel. Good. Toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. Good. Let's try the other side. Tap your toe and your heel. Toe and heel and toe and heel. Good. Keep that up. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, and heel. Good. And let's stand up with our feet about hip width apart. And I want you to slowly circle those hips. Nice and easy. Good. Back in the other direction. Very nice. Let's take a deep breath here. A big inhale as we reach those hands above our head. And then we'll exhale, slowly lower those arms down. Good. We're going to start with a squat. We're not going to use a weight for this today. We're just going to use our body weight. Like I said, we're taking it nice and easy as we ease back into our exercise routine. So, oops. There we go. So standing nice and tall, we have our feet hip width apart. We're comfortable on the mat, or whatever surface you're standing on. Feet are nice and relaxed, standing up tall, and we're going to bend our knees, lower that bum towards the floor. Exhale to stand up. Let's take a nice inhale as we lower down. We'll exhale as we stand, moving nice and slowly. Good, keeping that chest tall. Doing as many as you can. I'm going to do about 8, so I have 3 more. Doing that many if you can, and don't feel bad if you do less. And again. Perfect. I'm going to turn to the side here so you can watch this next one a little bit better. We're going to do a hip hinge, excuse me, which is different to a squat. Again, I have my feet hip width apart. I'm standing nice and tall and holding my arms just here at my chest again. My knees are soft. I'm going to stick my bum out behind me. I fold forward at the hips here, which is why it's called a hip hinge. I'm hinging forward, and then I'm going to stand up. So if you watch me now, a squat looks like this. My bum comes towards the floor. A hip hinge looks like this. It's like I'm bringing my chest towards the floor, and my bum goes straight out behind me. So let's do those together. Nice and slowly forwards and up. Hinge at the hip. So think about bringing that chest towards the floor, pushing that bum out behind you. Good, nice inhale. Exhale as you stand up. One more. Perfect, very good. We'll pick our weights up now. We're going to run through all of the exercises and then we'll do them all again, rather than split them up per body part, which we sometimes do. So let's pick up, our weights, one in each hand with your palms facing me. We're going to do some bicep curls. Let's make sure we're standing comfortably, nice and tall through that chest. Feet flat on the floor, little bend of the knees, so our soft knees. We're going to curl up one hand and then the other. We're slowly lowering that hand to the floor. Good. Great. Standing nice and tall. We want to be slow on the way down, so we're really trying to resist gravity a little bit. Let's do both hands at the same time. For 3, 2, and 1. And slowly lower down. Good. You can turn your palms now so they're facing you. Hands are facing in towards your body. Again, a weight in each hand. We're going to lift both arms at the same time. We're going to lift from the elbows. This is an upright row, so we're lifting those elbows, slowly lowering down. Good. Up. And down nice and slowly. Great. Standing up tall. Good. Almost like you were lifting 2 shopping bags. Maybe you're lifting them up high to put them into the back of the car. And let's do 2 more. There's 1 and 2. Very good. Relax those weights down. And we're going to stand closer, maybe closer to your wall or piece of support furniture. We're going to do heel raises. Again, we don't need the weights for these. Our feet are hip width apart. Push yourself up onto your tiptoes and then slowly lower those heels to the floor. Good. Up and slowly down. Good, nice and tall through the chest. We're really trying to be slow on that way down. Good. Let's do a couple more. Whoops, trying to be slow. And again, last one. Excellent. Again, we're going to use the wall for this one, for these next 2. And I would prefer I think it would be easier to use a wall rather than other support furniture. We need the shape of the wall for this one. So if you can, find a spot at the wall. Hopefully doesn't have anything hanging on it. We're going to stand, but let me just turn so you can see a little bit more of my wall, so you can see what I'm up to. There we go. So arms out in front of you, hands up against the wall. You can see I'm standing up nice and tall, and I'm an arm's length away from my wall, standing up tall. Let's take 1 step back, and now you can see my head is closer to the wall than my feet. And this is a position we're going to hold. We're going to use this as the wall is our piece of equipment and it's helping us to do a plank. So we're going to hold this position. Let's walk those feet apart so they're about hip width apart. Think about pulling your belly button in towards your spine so we're engaging our core muscles. We're just going to hold this here for about 30 seconds. So I want you to be looking at a spot between your hands. So as you can see, I'm looking straight forward. And that means that my spine is a nice straight line all the way from my tailbone, up my neck, and to my head. You don't want to be looking down at the floor. That's putting unnecessary strain on your neck. And same thing, you don't need to look at the ceiling That's not comfortable for your neck either. So let's keep looking straight forwards. We have 5 more seconds. And we will not relax, we will stay like this. Because now we're going to drive one knee and then the other up towards your chest, nice and slowly. I'm timing 30 seconds starting now. So driving up one knee and then the other. Good. Again, we're keeping that nice straight line all the way up your spine. Looking forwards. Good. Bringing that knee up as high as you can. We're not trying to move too fast. We're not trying to run on the spot. It's one foot, and then the other. Good. That's 30 seconds here. Perfect. And let's stand up and away from the wall. Good. What the dog is barking at. Let's have a quick drink and then we'll go back to the beginning. All right, back to the start. So we'll start with our squats. Feet are hip width apart, standing nice and tall, knees are soft. We're not using a weight, but you can hold your hands wherever they're comfortable. I like to just hold my hands here at my chest. We're going to take a big inhale, sink down, exhale to stand up. Nice big breath in and out. Good. Slowly on that way down, sinking down just as far as you can and be able to push yourself back up comfortably. Have a hand, position yourself near your chair if you need to. Have a hand on the chair to help push yourself back up. That's a good option. Let's do 2 more. Here's 1 and 2. Good. Time for hip hinges. Standing tall again, feet hip width apart. A bend of your knees. Close to the wall. Remember, we're sticking our bum out behind us rather than down to the floor. We're going out this way. Chest comes to the floor. Like this. Inhale. We'll exhale to stand up nice and slow. Inhale. And exhale. Nice and slowly down. Good. Remember, you're sticking that bum out behind you. Let's do 2 more. Hinging forward. And back up. And last one. Excellent. Let's grab our weights. Time for a bicep curl. A weight in each hand. You can have those hands facing me. Let's curl up one hand and then the other. 1 and 2. Good. Standing tall. Not too fast, and especially not fast on the way down. We'll actually think about being slow on that way down. Let's do both at the same time now. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. And let's turn those palms to face the other way. Palms facing your hands facing your legs. So hands are facing you. We're going to lift from the elbows and slowly lower them down. Good. Lift and lower. Great. Lift up, slowly lower down. Good. We're standing tall. Let's not hold our breath. Good. Keep breathing. And let's do 2 more of these. 1 and 2. Good. And pop the weights down here. Time for those heel raises. So put yourself close to your wall. I have a hand on the wall. It doesn't have to be the wall, sorry. You can use your chair or other balance furniture. We're going to push up onto our tiptoes, slowly lower those heels down. Good. Good. Nice and tall through the chest, up onto your tiptoes, and lower down slowly. Whoops. A little balance there. Good. Let's do 2 more of these. There's 1. And 2. Oops. Excellent work. All right, now we need that space at the wall to do our wall plank and our mountain climb. This is the name of the other one. So arms out straight in front of us, hands on the wall. Hands, feet and head are going to level here. Let's take 1 step back, and now your head is closer to the wall than your feet. And we're going to hold this here, this nice position with those feet a little wider, about hip width apart. Pull that belly button in towards your spine. Let's hold here for 30 seconds. Take some deep breaths. Think about keeping that nice tall spine. Nice straight line from your tailbone all the way up to your head. Take some deep breaths. Good, a couple more seconds, and let's step up here. Just to break for a moment, shake those legs out. If you need to, I need to. And let's take that 1 step back here. We're going to drive 1 knee and then the other for 30 seconds. Driving that knee up nice and high. Good, taking deep breaths. Excellent. 5 more seconds. And you can relax and let that up. Good. Give the arms, give the arms a shake. Let's have a drink. Okie dokie, on to balance. Now, balance is something we can work on every day, but that doesn't mean that we're going to see, that doesn't mean it's going to, I don't want to say it will get better, but sometimes your progress with balance is not a nice linear increase. It can be up and down. Some days my balance is very good, some days my balance is not great. I usually find that for me personally, it's easier to balance with no shoes on, but then when I go to my in-person class and I have shoes on, I find it's much worse, especially if I've done this class first. But that's how it is. Anyway, so don't be discouraged if your balance feels tricky today. It's very normal. Also very normal to have balances different on one side than the other. What's really important is that you have something that can support you within arm's reach. I always use this wall right here, which has kind of a little ledge. I have a kitchen chair on the other side, just out of view of the camera. So a kitchen chair, table, the island, the counter, the back of the sofa, anything like that that will help support you. Really important to stand close to that for now. So to start with, we're going to think about the alignment of our body, which is very similar to what we talk about when we talk about posture. Posture is kind of how you look, and then alignment is how your body works together and how it moves. So let's have our feet hip width apart. Feet are obviously very important for balance. We want nice, relaxed feet. So feet pressing into the ground, toes are spread right out, no gripping the floor, no squished up at the front of your shoes. Our knees are a little bit soft. We have a little bend of our knees. Your hips are over your knees. We're standing tall. You can pull that belly button in towards your spine a little bit if you want to engage those core muscles some more. We're standing up, facing forward, and our shoulders are relaxed. So we're in a good position, a good working position here. Now we're going to immediately move, but we can think about those principles of being in a nice straight line, that nice alignment, and how that helps with our balance. So I'm just going to turn to the side so you can see me. One foot in front of the other here, which in itself can be tricky to stand in this position. I've got one foot, my feet are almost heel to toe, and they're exactly in line. This is hard. Take that front foot out to the side a little bit to give yourself some more space. And we'll stand up tall here. I think I can do it. Make sure make sure your weight is even between both feet. So I'm moving my feet a little bit further apart because that's what's going to feel a little bit easier today. I just have to move backwards because it's too close to the wall. So now we're going to move our arms. Let's take one arm up to the ceiling. And then the other one. I really apologize for the dog barking. I'm not sure what's annoyed him. Arms out to the sides. We'll reach one arm forwards and one arm back. And then the other way, one arm forwards, one arm backwards. Arms out to the sides, and then slowly lower down. Let's switch our feet around. So the other one is forward. Again, take a moment to get those feet set up. Get that weight even. Ooh. I'm going to have to come out to the side a little bit, give myself some more stability. So again, standing tall, let's take one arm to the ceiling. We're going to wave this arm from side to side. Relax that arm. Let's take the other arm up to the ceiling and wave that one side to side. And relax down. Very good. We are going to stand on one leg now. So again, to remind you, make sure you're close to your support furniture. I'm going to take the weight onto my right leg. So a little bend of my right knee. And I'm going to take this foot all the way up off the floor. Now, that might be a big jump to take that foot right up. Keep that left foot with your toe touching the ground if that feels safer today. If you don't want to take feet off the floor, that's absolutely fine. You can still work on balance just with this toe touching the ground. If you're comfortable, take the foot up. And there's no right or wrong in this. You just do what's best for you. Now, we're not going to do anything crazy here. We're just going to stand up nice and tall. But lots of things to think about still. So is that foot on the floor nice and relaxed? Is it pressing into the ground? Can you feel all your toes pushing into the floor? Are you standing up tall? Are your shoulders relaxed? Are you taking relaxed breaths? Are you looking up and ahead? A nice trick is to find something that isn't moving, maybe on the wall in front of you, and look at that. And that can help you to keep that balance. And we're just going to be as relaxed as we can be here. I know it's not the easiest thing to relax on one foot. So let's try our best to be relaxed. Take some deep breaths. Good. And we can switch to the other foot now. So now we'll be standing on the left foot. So a little bend of that left knee. Right foot, remember that toe can be touching the ground if you like, or it can come all the way up. Whatever you prefer. Good. But again, we're standing tall, relaxed through the upper body. Relax through the foot. Finding that thing to focus on, something that's not moving. Good, and relax. Great. We're going to work a little bit on some balance that's moving around. So our tightrope, which if you haven't seen it before, looks like this. We take heel to toe steps very slowly, forwards and backwards. We're trying to move in a straight line, keeping our feet close together. And that's how we move. We move forwards and backwards. So let's try this, and let's try and move very slowly if we can. Really slower, if you've done this before, slower than usual. Almost like you're moving in slow motion. So you're really thinking about where you're placing your foot. Good. Heel to toe in a straight line if you can, and trying our best not to look at our feet too, although I know that's tricky. Good. Standing up tall. Excellent. All right, let's pause there. I think it's time to stretch. So let's keep up on our feet for now. We'll take one arm across our body and hold it here. Let's switch to that other side. Good, let's take one arm up to the ceiling. We're going to bend at the elbow, bring that hand behind your back. If you want to, take this other hand and you can use that to push that elbow back gently, and that will increase your stretch here. Good, relax those arms. Let's switch to the other side. So it's my right arm now. Bend at the elbow, one arm behind your back. Use that other hand to increase the stretch a little bit. Good, and slowly relax down. Great, let's have a seat. Sitting at the front of your chair, I'm going to stretch one leg out so my heel's touching the floor, my toe is to the ceiling, and let's hinge forward at the hips. Feel that stretch in the back of your leg here. Good, and the other way. Heel to the floor, toe to the ceiling, and let's hinge forward. Good, we're going to sit back in our chair now. Pull one knee in towards your chest and let's circle this ankle nice and slowly. Back in the other direction. Good, and relax that foot. Let's switch to the other side. Pull that knee in and circle your ankle nice and slowly. And back in the other direction. Good. And relax that foot. Good. Let's come up to feet. We're going to take our hands, reach right behind us, stretch those fingers out. Feel a big squeeze through your shoulders. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Wrap those arms around yourself. Yourself a tight squeeze. A pat on the back. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. Once again, I'm sorry about the dog. He was really irritated today, and I'm not sure why. But there we are. I hope you enjoyed nevertheless.
Thank you, Hannah.
Thank you, Hannah.
Thank you, Hannah.
Have a super weekend.
The dog wasn't too loud.
Okay, good. I think maybe it's more annoying for me.
Hello,
Thanks,
Hannah.
Oh, hi. Yes.
Is the Tuesday classes been canceled?
Yes, there's only 2 Zooms a week now. So this one and then Monday at 9:30. That Tuesday core and pelvic floor is no longer, I'm afraid.
Okay.
There wasn't a good time in the schedule, I think. But you can always go back on YouTube and find those classes again. We upload like a new one every week, so they should all eventually be there for you to follow along again.
Okay, I'd gone in a couple times and there was nobody there, and then I noticed the new schedule that came out didn't have it on, but I don't know how I missed the correspondence. Was there any correspondence on it?
It wasn't announced that it wouldn't carry on. No, it was just that. So if you came the one week and there wasn't anyone there was one week where I had booked the day off and there was confusion about whether or not I could teach the online class. There was bad communication on my part and I wasn't there when I should have been. So apologies for that. Nothing else. I think I was there every other week, so I'm not sure what happened the second time. But we didn't make an announcement about it not continuing, so you didn't miss anything. Just when the new schedule came out, it just wasn't there anymore. There wasn't a good time of day to fit it in, I think.
That's okay. I just didn't want to preserve that time and then go, and I could have been doing something else. So
sure, yes, no, you are now free at 1 o'clock Tuesday afternoon. There's no online class.
Okay, that's good. Thank you kindly.
You're so welcome. Bye, everyone.